come here and meet you because I've been following you on Instagram, and I think you're doing great work for the community, and I just want to learn more about Be Healthy Tampa. So my first question for you is, what brought you into like the wellness sector? Like, what made you want to be in this field?
So I was a health coach for for a protein company, and I had lost weight, gained weight, lost weight, and then I got breast cancer and gained a ton of weight with all of the treatments. That I had a double mastectomy, a year of chemo, and my body just wasn't the same. And you know, I thought I knew how to lose weight, but it wasn't as much about losing the weight as it was about getting myself healthy,
getting the health
strong, and getting back to what I thought was healthy. Which we all have that vision
idea
in our
head
that we want to be rail thin,
the
but
abs.
It's not about being rail thin. It's about being healthy. So I left there because I kept seeing my clients lose weight, gain weight, lose weight, gain weight.
Seesaw,
and there was no what happens after, who supports me after. So I opened Be Healthy in 2020 in the middle of a pandemic because, you know, that's just
why not?
What I do. And, you know, it's just grown into this movement of being healthy. I'm a nutrition coach, so I focus mainly on nutrition, and I focus on the mindset, and that's where I want to go with more of it, because I have been there and I have not been healthy, so I want to get people healthy.
Well, and I feel like it's really important, the fact that you are a breast cancer survivor, you have some insight and you have some empathy towards women who have been on that same, you know, that same path and have had those certain struggles, like with lymphedema, and you know, there aren't a ton of like resources or support groups. I mean, I have some clients who are also survivors, and they've had to figure it out, and they've stumbled, and they've not had the support, and you know, it's hard because you kind of feel like you're on an island, you know. And I feel like definitely though, for you, you're going to attract those women who did go through cancer, just because they're gonna feel that connection to you because of what you went through.
And it's hard because it's also about how you feel about yourself and how you look, and you know, we shouldn't place a lot of importance on how we look, but honestly, when you lose a part of your body and you have lymphedema and you look different,
how can you not feel self-conscious?
You feel different. You have to find that light. And I say, everybody, I just want to live out loud. I want to live out loud because I worked hard to get here to be able to live. And that's what's important to me. And I just want to help people find that light inside of them.
Well, because I imagine it can be a very dark place, like dealing, you know, with that looming fear, like, am I ever going to be okay? Like, am I going to overcome this? And then how am I going to, like, you know, missing this part of me that makes me feel like a woman? And, you know,
okay, you're getting me emotional. And I have 2 daughters, and I couldn't, you know, I wanted to show them that I could be strong, and I am strong, and the strength that I had to go through with the drains coming out of me and losing both of my breasts. And you know, that is not what made me. It didn't break me. But it lit a fire under me to embrace every day and stay healthy. And that's why I named my business Be Healthy, because you know, it's not about that number on the scale. It's about being healthy. Your healthy might be different than my healthy. You know, it's not about the number on the scale.
And despite the size too, like people can be different sizes, and that is not a metric of your healthiness. The scale it's like one component.
I was the thinnest I had ever been. Felt like I was the healthiest I had ever been. And I had cancer growing inside of me and didn't even know it until I got my first mammogram.
But outwardly you looked like thin and healthy.
So it doesn't matter. And I don't look like that now, but I'm healthy and
healthier than you were.
Exactly. So your idea of healthy and my idea of healthy, it's a lot of people think it's the number on the scale, but it's not the number on the scale. It's mental. It's how you feel. It's making sure that you're eating right and that you're exercising.
It's a delicate balance of a lot of. Next question for you is, what do you see for the future of Be Healthy Tampa?
Well, I feel like Be Healthy needs to be a huge movement. We need to get people healthy, because before it was like, let's see who can be the skinniest. And it's not about that. It's about the mind and the body and the soul and all of that connection. So I see Be Healthy as a wellness center. I'm currently partnering with a couple doctors that actually, local doctors here, that are administering the Ozempic shot, and I'm handling all the nutrition coaching for all of their patients, because it's super important while you're on that shot that you keep your lean mass up, because you don't want to not look healthy. You want to be able to learn. What I'm doing is teaching people how to eat for after the shot.
That can be like a short-term thing, right?
Right.
Okay.
So, right. So if you want to go on Ozempic, that's great. That's your choice. Yeah. And type 2 diabetics, maybe they need it.
Right.
But my goal is with those clients, is to educate them on what to eat after the shot, before, during, and after. Okay, so before they weren't eating right, they're on the shot now, they're barely eating. So I do have some 25-gram protein shots here. They're the liquid kind. So when you feel nauseated or you don't feel well, then they can drink a protein shot.
That helps support them.
Yeah, and it makes them feel full, that they're not having to eat this big giant meal. But in their sessions, they're learning about cottage cheese and vegetables and lean proteins and what to eat after they get off the shot.
Well, because I feel like you're just you'll be floundering, not knowing what do I do now? I've lost the weight, and
it's education.
That's necessary.
That's the necessary part of any kind of program,
to maintain it.
Yes, is maintenance beyond lifestyle habit changes. So I see Be Healthy as a wellness center with these doctors. They also have IV services, maybe a masseuse or massage therapist inside, physical therapy, a mental health therapist, more of a huge wellness center to all encompass everybody to be healthy. And that is super, that's long term,
dreams.
But you know what? I have dreams, but I'm really gonna try to make them come true.
Well, you're making headway now. You're forming those connections with those doctors, and that's you said you started in 2020, so it's like, but you still have to plan for the future and what you want, what you want to manifest it to look like. So
exactly, and I want to manifest a wellness center where I can help everybody, mind, body, soul, all of it, and let them understand that it's not just the number on the scale. No. It's not just what you put in your mouth. It's how you think. It's how you feel. It's how you go out into the world and how you feel about yourself. Are you getting enough sunlight? Are you walking? Are you actually doing things that make you happy?
Yeah, because
endorphins.
I mean, and all of that, they all are, it's like a perfect balance. Like all of those things need to be in harmony for you to be balanced, and thriving and healthy. I mean, so all of those things need to be addressed. They can't be separated. So
and I have a body scanner here. So
I'm excited.
I know, right? We're going to do you a body scan. But I have a 3D body scanner, and it really shows the person that the number on the scale does not equate to your success. Because in your good health, because I had somebody come in today, the number on the scale stayed the same, but she lost 5 inches off of her body. Her lean mass went up, her fat mass went down. So she's building muscle, burning fat and losing inches, and she wouldn't know that
based
on that number on the scale,
which could be discouraging.
Exactly. And then that messes with your mind. So then you're in that vicious cycle of, it's not working, and
I'm going to quit. I'm going to give up.
Exactly. So that's why a wellness center with all of the different modalities and components in there is really what I want to focus on.
What I want to ask is, what are your main services now that you offer?
Okay, so we currently offer the Styku 3D body scan, which is a 3D body scan where you get into your leggings and your, top.
Can I wear this?
You can wear bra and underwear.
Okay.
It's perfectly private, and you stand on it, and it turns you around for 35 seconds. Takes all of your inches, your lean mass, your body fat, your BMI, subcutaneous, visceral fat, but it also gives you, there's a health tab on there, which is super important for what I do.
Yeah.
And it gives you your risk of disease. And, a lot of it is based on the waist circumference.
Okay.
But it's actually, the guidelines are off the Mayo Clinic.
Yeah.
So it is as close to a DEXA body scan that you can get.
What sort of imaging is it using?
It is an infrared
Infrared. Okay.
type imaging.
Because I know like the DEXA is more for bone density.
Yes,
Okay.
but that's why it's as close to a DEXA scan as you can get.
Okay.
And your body comes out in like an avatar.
Yeah.
And then if you come like in 2 weeks, or a lot of my clients come every week.
Oh wow.
And you'll
just really
see
wanna
a
know.
before and an after.
Yeah.
Right? And you'll see them side by side,
Yeah.
which is really cool because you see your body shrink, and I
Yeah.
can turn your body around and you can see
That's
it yourself
exciting
from the
to
side.
see.
So that is, I have a lot of gyms that are sending their people here to do their scans once a month. My doctors send their patients once a month to get their scans.
Yeah.
So it's really helpful to see progress because
that helps you.
if you're
mentally.
building muscle weighs more than fat. So
Right.
why are we putting such an importance on that number?
Right.
It doesn't
offers
make
very little
sense.
information.
Right, and then it messes with your mind.
Yeah.
So we offer that. I also, I'm a certified nutrition coach.
Mhm.
So we do nutritional coaching, and we help people with their meals, meal planning, but the scan is included in that.
So it's almost like it's a package, almost like the scan, the consults, and the coaching.
Right.
Okay.
Right, so we go, everybody that is nutritional coaching gets scans for free.
Oh.
Okay, so it's a part of that package. If you're somebody that just works out and just wants a scan,
Yeah.
feel free. You come in, I'll sit with you for 15 minutes and we'll go over your scan.
Okay. So they can do it individual, like.
Yes.
Okay.
And then the nutritional coaching, if somebody, like I have somebody that just wants to try to get their nutrition in check.
Yeah.
What should I be? Or, they're not really overweight.
Yeah.
And I just kind of help them introduce new foods into their diet, that kind of thing. But then I also have the weight loss, which the scanner is really helpful for people that really want weight loss.
Well, I think it does something too for you mentally to be able to see it, because like you said, that number not shifting on the scale it can kill your motivation.
Exactly.
So,
and you go somewhere else and they take a measuring tape, right?
Yeah.
And they measure. Well, how do you know that they're not measuring a little bit tighter or a little bit looser from the week
There's
before?
too much room for error there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this is, your feet go in the same place every time because there's a foot outline, which you'll see. So there's no room for error.
There's a lot of accuracy.
Yeah. And people love it and people hate it. It's a
Yeah.
love-hate relationship with this Styco.
Because you can't, there's no hiding from it. Like there's no lying with it. Because even for women, I feel like the scale fluctuates with water and just our periods. Like I feel like I fluctuate between 5 pounds.
But that's where your nutrition coach comes in. Okay, we have our coaching sessions. Have you drank enough water? Are you pre-period? Are you during your period?
Yeah.
Have you had something happen this week that your cortisol levels have increased?
Things that you wouldn't think about.
Stress.
Yeah.
It's huge. So if you have a lot of stress or you're not drinking a lot of water, your fluids may be puffy, right? But then your inches are down.
Yeah.
So
you're looking at the whole picture.
You have to look at the whole picture. And the health tab is super important too, because people go, oh my gosh, I have a risk of disease and I need to get the circumference of my waist down, and I'll show you that when we do your scan.
Perfect.
And it really is an eye-opener to being healthy, getting healthy.
Well, and being more in touch with, what is happening, like what is going on inside my body. And I feel like when you're seeing it in black and white, you're more like...
Not just a number on the scale.
You're more like, okay, this is a lot of information and I do have control over components in my life, like,
Exactly.
you know, managing stress, changing my diet, you know, things like that. And it puts more power in your hands.
It does.
So
It does. And like I like to tell them, you are the captain of your ship. I'm just helping you steer it in the right direction.
Maybe navigate a little
I'm
bit.
gonna help you navigate, but I'm not taking that wheel.
No.
Because you have to take the wheel. You
Yeah.
have to be in charge of your health.
Yeah.
And I also tell everybody, I used to be a soccer player. I played soccer I graduated from Plant way back in the day.
You don't have to tell
and
when.
and I didn't just learn to play soccer on my own.
Yeah.
I had a coach, and I had a coach that
Practices.
every week we had practice,
Yeah.
you know, after school, and I learned more and more
Every
and more.
time.
So how are you going to know how to keep the weight off, what to do, how to stay healthy, if you don't have a coach that helps you do that?
Well, it's uncharted territory, uncharted water, to
Right.
go back to the ship.
Right. And I mean, it's a great analogy. And I,
Yeah.
you know, tell my clients, does your son know how to play basketball? Well, he's learning,
Yeah.
right? He's learning from a coach. So everybody needs a coach.
Right. Because
A coach needs a coach. Like
Right.
I have a coach, and you know,
'Cause-
business coach and a mental coach.
they all have their expertise,
Mhm.
you know, and like as a business owner, you're going to wear many hats, but it's like having someone that is an expertise in a particular field
Right.
is going to support you and, you know, help you with your goals.
Hence, walking into the wellness center, because you have a coach for this and a coach for that, a coach for this,
Yeah.
and you don't have to go 9,000 different places.
And it helps with accountability and
Mhm.
just, you know, consistency. So
And honestly, if it's not nutrition coaching and not weight loss, and you just want an accountability coach,
yeah.
I'm here for that too.
Yeah.
I will support you,
In
this
your healthy-
proverbial you,
Yeah.
in whatever journey to good health that you want. Are you a breast cancer survivor and you just want to come and be coached on how to eat to support what you're going through?
Yeah.
I'm happy to do that too. I've been there. I've got lymphedema in my arms. I've double mastectomy. I've been there.
Yeah.
And you know, it was a hard, long road, and it is something that's the gift that keeps on giving for the rest of my life. But I was put here to help others, and I really feel like that's my purpose, and that's really what I want to do, is help people get healthy and not have to go through what I went through.
Yeah. That's wonderful.
I'm also a melanoma survivor too. That happened before
Oh,
my
wow.
breast
So
cancer.
you survived
yeah.
both melanoma and
Girl, I have survived a house fire, a car accident, melanoma, breast cancer. Yeah,
wow.
I'm like, my friend Mandy calls me a cat.
You've
I have 9 lives. I
lives.
think I'm on 7. Do not want to get to 8 or 9. But yeah, so I feel like I have enough in what has happened to me to
resilience.
be well, and I
strength.
need to pay it forward, because you know, I don't need to just be sitting around going, okay, it happened to me. Yeah, it happened to me, but how am I going to channel that and use it to help others?
Well, yeah, you have these gifts that only you have because of all of the things that you went through, and yeah, you being able to share those with other people and, you know, really show compassion for people that are struggling on that similar journey. So that's great.
Exactly. So
Thank
I
you.
just want everybody to get healthy and be healthy.
Great. Well said.